Guys, have you ever asked yourself, bakit parang ang hirap makahanap ng tamang stock dito sa PSE or tamang kumpanya na nagbibigay ng dividendo sa ating bansa? Nung nag-uumpisa pa lamang ako, I remember the first time I received my first dividend. Maliit lang siya, parang pambayad lang ng isang merienda sa Jollibee during that time. But guys, meron akong naramdaman na sabi ko sa sarili ko, grabe, kumikita pala ako kahit wala akong ginagawa. Ito yung unang salita na nabanggit ko nang na-receive ko ang dividendo. And from that day, I realized dividends are not just numbers. They are proof that investing works. But here's the problem. Most Pinoy investors don't know where to find reliable information about dividends and company research. Kung mayroon man, ang dami mong tab na kailangang halungkatin, mga PDF na kung saan-saan po makukuha. Kaya madalas nauubos ang oras at nawawalan tayo ng gana na mag-research ng mga stocks. And that's why today is special. Kasi I'll show you what's new in the PSE Warrior website natin. Itong mga features na ito, ginawa ko ito para sa mga Filipino investors na gustong makahanap ng data na naandun na ang mga pwede mong tignan sa financials, research, and many more. Imagine, isang click mo lang, malalaman mo na kung gaano katagal na nagbibigay ng dividendo ang isang kumpanya, ano ang moat ng kumpanya, at ano-ano ang mga risk factors ng nire-research mo na stock. And also, ano yung mga catalyst na magpapa-improve o magpapalago dito sa kumpanya na nire-research natin. Guys, stay with me till the end kasi I promise may aha moment ka na madadala at baka ito na ang simula ng bago mong investing journey. Let me ask you, naranasan mo na ba na every time na mag-open ka ng broker account mo and kung titignan mo mga watchlist ng broker na yan and nararamdaman mo na you completely lost? Kasi nakikita mo lang yung green and red numbers. But guys, ano nga bang ibig sabihin nitong mga numbers na ito sa iyong future? Now for many Filipino investors, ang problema hindi yung pagpili ng mga stocks. It's finding the right reason to invest. Some of investors chase hype, others rely on sabi-sabi, while others just copy trades without knowing the story behind the company. But here's the sad truth. Without solid research, most investors either sell too early or nahawakan nila yung mga stocks na hindi naman dapat deserve ng kanilang pera. That's why having a reliable guide, something that compiles all the information you need in one place, is like a lifeline. This is exactly where PSE Warrior website comes in. When PSE Warrior website started, it was a simple page, guys, a passion, a project to guide investors online. But now, it transformed into a hub for dividend lovers, researchers, and long-term investors. The vision was simple. Instead of letting Pinoy get lost in multiple websites and reports, why not centralize everything in one platform? Think of it as your Pinoy version of Bloomberg. Simple, accessible, but laser focus on what matters most to retail investors. Now, let's talk about the first major update, the Dividend Stock Tab. This is not just another list for payouts. It is designed to answer one of the most important questions every dividend investor asks. How reliable is this company in paying dividends? Kapag pipindutin mo itong tab na ito, Hindi mo lamang makikita yung pinaka-latest payments, but also makikita mo dito kung how many consecutive years a company has been rewarding its shareholders. 7 years, 10 years, or maybe consistent sila magbigay ng dividendo for 3 decades. This matters because consistency tells the story. It tells you that the company values its shareholders. So paano nga ba ito magiging personal? So for many Filipinos, the dream is not just to be rich. It's to have a peace of mind. Imagine, isa kang OFW abroad, sending money back to the Philippines sa iyong family. And imagine if you are a retirees who don't want to rely on their children, or you are a young professional dreaming of freedom from paycheck to paycheck stress. Now, dividend make this possible. Kasi ito yung pinakamalapit pagdating sa passive income sa stock market. And the beauty? You don't need to be a millionaire to start. Even small investors with just few thousand pesos can already enjoy the magic of getting paid while doing nothing. So para itong pagtatanim ng buto ng mangga. At first, maliit lang, but year after year, ito ay lumalaki. And suddenly, you're harvesting fruit regularly. Dividends are those fruits. Question: why is tracking consecutive years important? Simple lamang. Companies that have paid dividends for multiple years, even during crisis, show resilience. So take for example, the pandemic. Maraming companies yung nag-cut ng dividends or talagang nag-stop entirely sa pagbibigay ng dividendo. But those with strong fundamentals keep paying dividends. It is a powerful signal para sa mga investors. Think of it like this. If someone give you a gift every Christmas without fail for 10 years, masasabi mo ba na you can trust that person? Compare sa person na nagbigay lang ng 3 beses sa 10 taon. The same logic applies to stocks. Now let's look at an example. Ang RFM Corporation. This company has been quietly rewarding its shareholders for years. Now, ang company ito ay hindi siya flashy, katulad ng mga ibang renewable energy, mga REIT stock, pero consistent. Every year, they shown commitment na magbigay ng dividendo sa kanyang mga shareholders. And the best part, their business is something Pinoy can relate to. Food, ice cream, milk, pasta, everyday essentials. That's why when you look at Dividend Tab and see RFM track record or even stocks na nakikita mo dito, you'll realize this is not about hype. This is about real business serving real people and investors sharing in that growth. Another example is a REIT, being the first real estate investment trust in the Philippines, introduced to the Filipino to a new way of earning. Imagine owning malls, offices, properties indirectly while collecting dividends from the rental income. A REIT has established a reputation for consistency. Every quarter, investors receive dividends. And because it's backed by Ayala, trust and stability come with the package. So, when you go to Dividend Tab and click a REIT, you're not just looking at numbers. You're seeing a story of how property wealth is shared with small investors like you and me. Now, let me guide you kung paano ito ginagamit. So, suppose you want to check dividends of DMC. So, all you want to do is go to Dividend Tab, click the dividend icon, And also, pwede mo siyang scroll dito para mahanap yung mga stocks na pwede mong i-research. So in this case, DMC. So instantly, you'll see not just the dividend yield, but also ilang taon na nagbibigay na consecutive ng walang palya ang kumpanya, and also payout ratio and other useful details. Now, this is what makes it powerful. Instead of jumping across 10 different websites, here in our PSE Warrior, everything summarized in just a clicks. But here's the thing. Data is only powerful if you know how to read it. That is why the Dividend Tab also educate you. So for example, itong dividend yield, this tells you how much you earn relative to your stock price. So for example, a 5% dividend yield means 5 peso for every 100 peso invested yearly. Now, another is payout ratio. This shows how much of the company profit are given back. Pag sobrang mataas, it might be unsustainable. Pag medyo sobrang baba naman, maybe the company is being too stingy, no? Now, in terms of dividend growth, pwede nating tanungin itong mga stocks na to sa ating sarili, our dividends are increasing over time? Kapag nakita natin na nag-i-increase yung kanilang mga dividend, that's the sign a company is growing profits. So ilan lamang yan guys sa mga pwede mong matutunan dito sa Dividend Tab. Marami ka pang pwedeng matutunan dito, no? Pwede mo siyang explore. Now, when you learn this, you stop being a gambler and start becoming an educated investor. So sa pinaka-aha moment nitong video na ito, the first time you see your dividend credited, it feels like a magic. You wake up, no, and you open your Call Financial or Dragonfly account, and boom, cash is there. So hindi siya utang, hindi siya bonus, it's your share of the company profits. And when investors realize this, especially sa mga Filipino investors, it changed everything. Suddenly, the dream of financial freedom feels closer. So you start to see the stock market not just a place of risk, but as a tool for long-term security. Now, let's talk about the second big update, the Research Tab. If the Dividend Tab is about income history, the Research Tab is about understanding the future. Isipin mo, would you buy a car just because it looked shiny on the outside? Of course hindi, di ba? You check the engine, the mileage, and the safety features. The same goes with the stocks. You don't invest just because the ticker is trending or because someone told you, sure win ito. You need to know the engine of the company. The Research Tab was created to answer this need. Inside, you'll find the insight about the company moat, catalyst, risk factors, and current events. These are the building blocks of professional investing, now made simple for every Pinoy investors. Now let's start with the concept of moat. The term comes from medieval castle. A castle with a wide moat, ito yung pinakamahirap atakihin. In business, a moat means protect from company competitions. So, for example, Jollibee, ang JFC, has a brand moat. Kahit ang daming burger chain dito sa Pilipinas, maraming Pilipino pa rin still line up sa Jollibee because of emotional connection and local taste. That's a moat. Another example, Meralco has a regulatory moat. It dominates electricity distribution in Luzon. Protected by its franchise, yung competition nito ay talagang hindi makakapasok basta-basta kasi sila ay protektado. That's a moat. Now when you click this Research Tab, makikita mo itong mga nabanggit natin. And if a company has no moat, it means its futures are vulnerable. Kapag ang kumpanya ay merong strong moat, it can defend its earning for years. Ngayon tanungin natin ng ating sarili, hindi ba mas okay na makapag-invest tayo sa isang safe na company na kayang depensahan ang kanyang castle? Now let's move to a catalyst. Now pagdating sa chemistry, ang catalyst, ito yung speed of reaction. In the stock market, a catalyst is any event or factor that can push the stock price up or down faster than in normal. So, example, when A-REIT announced na mag-acquire sila ng mga property, that become a catalyst for dividend growth and share price appreciation. Another one, government infrastructure projects can serve as a catalyst for companies like DMC or SEC or any company na nasa engineering business. More construction means more demand for cement and also power. Now, catalysts are important because they answer the question na what will make this stock move? Without a catalyst, your stock might just stay flat for a very long time. Now, here's the part most investors ignore. Risk factors. Everyone loves talking about profit, dividends, and growth, but few stop to ask, what could destroy this company future? Let's be real, every stock carries some risk. So for example, ang mga telco stocks. When the konektadong Pinoy bill comes out, yung mga investor nagpanic, no? And majority ay talaga nagbenta sa mga stocks nila sa mga telco companies because of increasing competition. That's a risk factor. Another is yung mga mining companies. For example, naka-invest ka sa mining stock. The price of coal or nickel can swing wildly depending on global demand. If you don't understand that, you'll be shocked when profit drops. Kaya napaka-importante na talagang inaaral din natin ang mga risk factor na nakapaloob sa kumpanya. Now, the research tab, ito ay inilatag ko na ng sobrang clear so that you don't walk blindly. Because the truth is, risk isn't the enemy, guys. Ignorance is. Ito yung pinakakalaban natin. Now, here's something powerful. When you invest, you're not buying a letter, a ticker symbol. You're buying a real business run by real people. So, many Filipino treat stocks like a lotto numbers. They buy 3 or 4 ticker without knowing the business model, the customers, and the management. That's like marrying someone without knowing their family or values. The research tab gives you a summary. Aside dito sa dalawang update natin, ano-ano pa ba ang pwede mong makuha dito sa website na ito? Una-una, pwede mong matignan ang mga latest news dito sa ating bansa. Makikita mo rin dito ang live portfolio natin, ang 3 account. Makikita mo dito ang Call Financial account natin, Dragonfly account, and also ang BPI Trade investment natin. So, itong 3 ito ay isa sa pinaka-core natin kasi every time na nagba-buy and sell tayo ay ina-update natin ito dito ng live mismo. Isa pa ay ang Stock Insight Events tab natin. Dito makakakuha ka ng information sa iba't ibang anggulo ng pag-invest sa market natin. So itong stock analysis vlog natin, usually dito ay nakapost yung mga previous newsletter natin. So sobrang dami ng pwede mong pagpilian dito para matuto ka pa ng pag-invest dito sa ating bansa. Pagdating naman dito sa Learn to Invest, dito naman ay yung mga compilation ng mga learning category natin. And isa sa mga pinaka-favorito kong basahin at talagang bigyan ng focus ay itong Invest Like the Best. May mga newsletter dito sila Peter Lynch, no, na talagang sila mismo yung nagsulat at talagang meron tayong data nito, kaya malaking information nito para sa learning curve mo sa pag-invest sa market. Isa pa sa mga features nitong ating website ay ang buy ratings tab, top-rated stocks, and top picks. Now, dito sa buy ratings tab na andito yung mga selected stocks kung gaano sila ka-undervalued. Dito ay makikita mo yung mga stocks na ito. Dito naman sa top-rated stocks, dito mo makikita yung mga 10-star rating na kumpanya na talagang magaganda ang fundamentals inside and out. And ito namang top picks natin, dito yung mga stocks na kung saan ay nakikitaan natin ng potential at nilalagay natin ito dito. At tinatrack natin ito simula nung kung kailan natin ito pinablish dito sa ating top picks information. Another features na available na dito sa ating website ay itong All PH Stock. So dito pwede mong i-research yung lahat ng company dito sa ating bansa para magkaroon ka ng idea sa fundamentals ng isang kumpanya. Pagdating naman sa stock screener ay dito mapapabilis ang iyong pagre-research kasi naandito yung nakakategory na yung mga pwede mong i-research dito sa ating bansa din. Dito naman sa stock by sector, nakakategory na yung mga stocks na pwede mong pagpilian. For example, gusto mong tignan ang banking stocks, makikita mo dito yung katayuan ng kanilang fundamentals and also yung kanilang technical information. So marami kang pwedeng pagpilian dito para mapabilis mo yung pagre-research sa isang kumpanya. Isa sa mga gustong-gusto ng mga subscriber natin ay itong portfolio tracker. Nandito yung video kung paano ito gagamitin. Paano yung setup, lahat na naandito na siya. And ito yung link para makakopy mo itong portfolio tracker na ito. So sa portfolio tracker, naandito na lahat guys para matrack mo ang performance mo, ang yung dividend income. So ito yung pinaka-example natin dito sa ating portfolio tracker. So nandito yung positions tab, ito yung total returns mo sa yung portfolio. Pwede mo siya i-compare ang yung total deposit, total capital gains, dividend returns, so on and so forth. So pwede mo siyang ipag-compare para magkaroon ka ng malawak na idea dito. And also, makikita mo rin dito yung dividend income mo and total returns mo sa iyong portfolio. Meron dun itong insights na kung saan magkakaroon ka ng idea ano nga ba yung pinaka strength and weaknesses ng mga company mo, makikita mo rin ito dito sa portfolio tracker. And also meron dito mga breakdown, for example, asset breakdown, industry breakdown para makita mo kung ano yung pinakamalaking exposure mo sa mga stocks na hawak mo today. Dito naman sa dividend calendar, makikita mo gaano ka dalas magbigay ng dividendo ang mga hawak mo na kumpanya. And dito makikita mo rin kung ano yung pinakamalaking nakuha mong dividendo sa isang araw. So meron daw, sa example nito, merong 8,000 pesos. Sa example nito, ito ay nakuha noong March 4, 2025. And isa sa mga kagandahan dito, kung matagal mo na itong ginagamit na portfolio tracker, pwede mo ring matignan yung mga past dividend mo. For example here, dividendo noong 2024 pa. Kasama na rin dito ang watchlist natin na kung saan mag-i-email ito sa'yo kapag mayroong buy or sell signal na sa yung watchlist. So example natin dito, ilalagay mo lamang dito lagi ang ticker symbol. And para magkaroon ito ng buy and hold, lalagyan mo lamang ito kung ano yung buy below mo. So for example, ang buy below ko sa DMC 11.5 and ang aking target for example ay nasa 18 pesos per share. So dito nagkaroon na ng buy rating sa iyong watchlist. Every day ng alas 5 ay mag-i-email ito na meron ng buy signal sa iyong watchlist. Dito sa portfolio tracker na ito ay pwede ka na rin mag-research dito ora mismo sa mga company na gusto mong i-research. For example, gusto kong i-research ang company DMC. Automatic yung information ng company DMC ay makikita mo na dito. So ito yung kagandahan ng ating portfolio tracker. And itong portfolio tracker, libre na lamang ito basta nakasubscribe ka dito sa ating website. Now, another feature nito ay meron tayong Invest Chat 2.0. So, pag pinindot mo ito, pwede mo ilagay dito ang iyong email address. Pwede mo ako kusapin ng personal and also yung mga members din na itong ating website. Meron din tayong community na kung saan pwede kang makapag-share ng iyong knowledge, magtanong. Hindi lamang ako yung nagre-reply dito, kundi marami pang mga kapwa natin na nag-i-invest dito sa ating bansa yung pwedeng makashare ng information sa'yo pagdating sa pag-invest sa market. Sa ngayon, ito yung mga running features ng ating website na kung saan ay pwedeng makatulong sa'yo sa pag-invest dito sa ating bansa. And soon, abangan nyo guys, magkakaroon din tayo ng PSE Warrior Academy na kung saan ay magtuturo din tayo ng step by step and makapag-webinar na rin tayo ng from time to time para talagang makausap lahat kayo guys na nagsusubscribe dito sa ating website para maidagdag dito sa mga features ng ating website. Now, bago ko tapusin ang video nito, let me leave you with this question. What if your money could start working harder than you do? That's the magic of dividend investing. It's about building steady, reliable income streams that compound over time. The PSE Warrior website is here to help you on that journey. Whether you are just starting out or already managing portfolio, these new features, Dividend Tab, Research Tab, are designed to guide you. So if you haven't explored it yet, now is the time. Your future self will thank you. Because remember this, in investing, the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time, today. And also guys, kung nakaabot ka sa video na ito and until today na andito ka pa rin, maraming salamat. This has been your guide on what new to the PSE Warrior website. So if you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and also subscribe. And more importantly, take action. Because financial freedom is not served for the lucky. It's for those who prepare, who stay consistent, and who dare to invest in the future. So please click in the comment section below the link of our website. Once again, this is pse Warrior na lagi nagpapaalala, invest wisely, and see you on the other side.